Celeb Universe, it's Xander, and welcome back to WWE 2K23 Universe Mode. We are back on Impact Wrestling, the final ever episode of Impact Wrestling, because this time next week I will be welcoming you all to Total Nonstop Action. And I am more excited than anyone else could possibly be. Josh Alexander, the walking weapon, making his way down to the ring. He is set for a dream match in just 48 hours. Josh Alexander not going to take on the leader of the design. He's going to go one-on-one with Diener. Diener making his way down to the ring. Diener going to be part of the Call Your Shot Gauntlet, the 30-man over-the-top rope rumble in just 48 hours. Of course, if you don't know the rules of the Call Your Shot Gauntlet, I'll explain it as well on Saturday during the Call Your Shot. But it's a 30-man over-the-top rope rumble, similar to WWE's Royal Rumble, except for the final two entries will go one-on-one in a singles match that begins as soon as the third man has both feet touch the floor after going over the top rope. Diener and the winner will get a guaranteed shot at a championship of their choice in Impact Wrestling at a time of their choice, anytime, any place. So Diener has made his way to the ring, Khan by his side. Josh Alexander and Diener one-on-one without any further ado. Here we go. Diener knocking him back here. Diener overhead, belly-to-belly, taking down Josh Alexander. He's got him down. Grabs a hold of him now. Josh Alexander, leg sweep. Getting him back up to his feet now. And Josh Alexander grabs Diener, throwing him across the ring into the corner. Oh, and a big spear from Josh. Grabs a hold of him, and overhead belly-to-belly, taking down Diener. Diener goes down in the heat. Josh Alexander taking him down, runs in, jumping neck breaker, knocks him down. And now Alexander getting him back up to his feet here. Josh Alexander, overhand chop into another one. Knocking him back here. Forearm strike, knocks him down. Getting him back up to his feet again now. Josh Alexander firing away at him. Knocking back Diener. Diener grabs a hold of him now, pulls him into Northern Lights suplex, cover. One, no. Kick out immediately from Josh Alexander. Pulls him in now, and now Diener with Alexander up. And down goes the walking weapon. Alexander starting to get back up now. Diener grabs a hold of him, and now Diener with Alexander over the top. Out to the floor, taking him down. Now Alexander goes to the outside. Here comes Diener. Josh Alexander grabs a hold of him. Wait a minute, Alexander on the floor. Tombstone on the floor to Diener, takes him down. Josh Alexander getting him back up to his feet now, and Alexander with Diener. Off the ring post. Down he goes now, and Alexander getting him back up at the count of 4. Josh Alexander throwing him back into the ring. 5 count, Josh getting him back up again. And now Josh went for an overhand chop, countered by Diener. And now Diener knocking him back here. Diener pulls him in, lifts him up into Northern Lights, taking him down. Getting him back up to his feet now, and now Diener takes him down, grabs a hold of him, flips the legs over. Here we go. Diener grabs the arms of Alexander and stomps him with a surfboard stretch stomp into the back of the head. Turns him over into a cover now, and Diener cover on Alexander for the 1-2. Kick out from Josh. Josh Alexander staying in it now, and now Khan picking him back up to his feet, and Khan getting him in position now for Diener. Whoa! Josh Alexander got out of the way, and now Alexander sends Diener into Khan. Drop kick to the big man. And now Khan getting back up. Josh Alexander with Khan. He's going to hit him with the C4 on the floor. And Diener now turns him around with a right hook, and Diener now grabs Alexander, knee into the back, taking him down. Gets him back up to his feet at 5 now. Josh Alexander's caught by Diener, who throws him back in the ring. Alexander pulling himself back up. Josh caught with a right hook now. Diener now gets him up and takes him down. Gets kicked in the head though by Alexander now, and Josh Alexander overhand chop. Going him back. He sees Khan sliding a chair into the ring now, and now Josh getting picked back up to his feet here by Diener. And Diener taking him towards the ropes. Diener with Josh Alexander in the ropes. Pulls him in, lifts him up, bounces him off the ropes. Into a cover for the 1-2. No! Now Diener getting Josh back up to his feet. Diener kicks him in the ribs. Pulls Josh in. DDT from Diener. Into a cover now on Josh Alexander. 1-2. No! Alexander stays in it. Diener's got him down. Drops the elbow across the back. Josh Alexander's down. Diener getting him back up to his feet now. And Diener with Alexander pulls him in. German suplex taking down the walking weapon. Josh Alexander's down. Diener's got him. Knee into the back of the head. And now Diener getting him back to his feet here. Goes for a kick. Alexander flips him around. Forearm strike. Knocking him back. Counter for counter. There's a hip toss there from Josh. Getting Diener back up to his feet now. Josh Alexander with Diener. Off the ropes. They collide now. And now here comes Diener. No, Alexander out of the way. Josh Alexander grabs a hold of him and spinning tombstone to Diener takes him down. 1-2. Kick out from Diener. And now Khan in the face of Alexander. Josh Alexander being distracted here. Is that going to be enough to buy Diener some time? Josh runs in, spears him in the corner. Grabs him and overhead belly to belly. And now Diener is down. Josh Alexander. Massive German suplex taking him down. Josh Alexander rolling him over now. He's got him down. Alexander kicking away at him. Load over by Diener now. No, Josh. Big clothesline connects. Josh getting him back up to his feet now. Josh Alexander throwing him across the ring into the corner. Takes him down. And belly to belly again, taking him down. Alexander now with Diener. Turns him over. Josh Alexander grabs the leg, but Diener pumps up into a kick on the side of the head. Down he goes now, and now Josh Alexander in trouble. Diener, knee into the arm. Alexander knocking him back now, and Josh Alexander pulled in by Diener. Diener's got him. Oh, full half Nelson suplex taking him down. Into a cover now, and Diener, wait a minute, feet on the ropes. Diener, feet on the ropes. 1-2. No! Josh Alexander kicked out. Oh, and Alexander, forearm strike to Diener. Now Josh, he's taken down again. Diener's got a hold of him. Turns him over now, and Diener has down Josh, stretches him out, and stomps him in the back of the head. Rolling him over now. Diener is down. Josh Alexander in trouble. 1-2. No! Josh Alexander kicks out. And now Diener telling Alexander to get back up, and the walking weapon in trouble. No, he swings Diener around, and Josh grabs a hold of him, pulls him in, hooks the arms. Josh Alexander going for C4 spike. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Josh Alexander with the victory. A big victory there for Josh Alexander over Diener tonight. Congrats, Josh. Congrats. I'm not here to fight. I think you know as well as I do how much respect I've got for you inside this ring. You've stepped up and you've filled a void that's been gone in this company for 7 years. You filled a void that was left that everyone has tried to fill, but no one's been able to. When I left, this place needed someone who they could call the face of Impact Wrestling, and they tried. Jeff Hardy tried. Drew McIntyre tried. Hell, even Kurt Angle, towards the end of his career, tried. No one could live up to the AJ Styles hype. But Josh, you've got a prime opportunity in 48 hours. You've got a prime opportunity to not only live up to the hype, but to rip the torch from my hand. It's not going to be a passing of the torch. You're going to have to pry it from my cold, dead hands. And Josh, I'm going to be honest with you. I want you to. I'm not going to just lay down for you and hand you the X Division title. But I want you to win, Josh. I want you to prove that you've got what it takes to keep this place held up on your back. Because when I'm not here anymore, whether that's 6 days from now, 6 months from now, 6 years from now, I want to trust that this place is in the hands of someone who can be the face that runs the place. AJ, I think you know this, and I think a lot of people know this about me at this point. I got into wrestling. I wanted to be a wrestler because of guys like you, guys like Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. I sat in the crowd when TNA came to my hometown. I sat in the crowd as a fan and watched, and now, quite frankly, I'm standing across the ring from the greatest man to ever step foot in a TNA ring. And AJ, 48 hours, I'm going to put it simply. You're going to tap out, or I'm going to break your ankle. You're going to hand over the X Division title, or I'm going to rip it away. And you're right. The torch of the face of Impact Wrestling, the face of TNA, I'm going to rip it from cold, dead hands. Oh my god! Well, backstage, that's the Impact Knockouts champion, Hikaru Shida, jumping Trinity, the woman who challenges her in just 48 hours for the Knockouts title. Shida getting the early jump on Trinity tonight. Shida trying to soften up her competition before Saturday at Bound for Glory. Well, we're gonna have some more singles action coming up next, folks, as here comes Steve Maclin. Steve Maclin, former X Division champion. Making his way down to the ring. It's been about a year since Maclin became the X Division champion. He won it back at Bound for Glory last year, Season 4. Maclin going to be part of the Collier Shaw Gauntlet in just 48 hours. His opponent tonight, one of the men that's going to fight for the first ever LS11 NWA Championship on Saturday. Here comes Eric Young down to the ring, the Maniac. It's Eric Young versus Trent Seven on Saturday for the NWA World Title, where the NWA Champion will be able to float between all companies, defending against all comers across AEW, Impact TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan, and WWE. So that means you never know where the NWA Champion is going to show up. So it's Eric Young versus Steve Macklin one-on-one. Well, Macklin comes out of the gate with a clothesline. Taking him down now. Macklin pulls him in. Steve Macklin kicks him in the ribs. And again, into a clothesline. Grabs a hold of him now. Macklin pulls him in, lifts him up, and back body drop. Macklin's got him down now. Steve Macklin. With Eric Young back to his feet. Clothesline from Young. Eric Young taking him down now. Here comes Macklin. Oh, runs into an uppercut. Clothesline. Eric Young putting the boots to Steve Macklin now. Eric Young kicking away at him. Eric Young runs into a clothesline from Macklin. Macklin getting him back up to his feet now, and Steve Macklin gets him up. Spine buster. Taking down Eric Young into a cover now. Macklin cover. One, no. Eric Young staying in it now. Steve Macklin grabs all of him, and neckbreaker takes him down. Out of the ring goes Eric Young. Steve Macklin tried to dive Eric Young out of the way. Now Eric Young has got Steve Macklin on the floor. What is he doing here? Macklin's in trouble. Eric Young. Oh, drops him with a shoulder into the back. For the count of three, back into the ring goes Steve Macklin. Eric Young putting the boots to him now. Eric Young putting away at him repeatedly here. He's got him down, runs in, running shoulder block from Macklin. Steve Macklin standing over him now. Eric Young. Oh, what a kick! Eric Young's got him down, spins out with a leg drop on him. And now Eric Young. Macklin grabs a hold of him. Clothesline from Steve Macklin. Macklin gets him back up now, and now Steve Macklin with Eric Young off the ropes. They collide. Eric Young now picked up by Macklin. Now Steve Macklin lifts him up, and stun gun taking him down. Macklin goes for him. Eric Young counters, kicks him in the ribs. Eric Young now. Super kick connects to Macklin into a cover. Eric Young has him down. One, two, no. Macklin stays in it. And now Steve Macklin grabs a hold of him. Macklin, big backbreaker. Into another one. And one more for good measure. Steve Macklin taking him down now. Cover. One. No. Eric Young kicks out. Eric Young getting back up. Steve Macklin grabs a hold of him now. Macklin picks him up, and stun gun taking him down. Steve Macklin standing over him now. Eric Young starting to get back up to his feet. Goes for a right hook. Macklin grabs him, sends him off the ropes now, and Steve Macklin collides with him here. Running shoulder block, knocks him down. Now Macklin getting him back up again here. He's got Eric Young. Pulls him in, lifts him up. Steve Macklin, no. Eric Young knocks it back with elbow strikes. And now Eric Young pulls him in, lifts him up, and pile driver. One, two, no. Young getting Macklin back up to his feet again. Lifts him up. No, went to spike him again. Countered. Macklin fires away at right hook. Kicks him in the ribs. Hooks the arms. Macklin spiking Eric Young on his head with a DDT. Cover. Steve Macklin's got him down for the 1, 2, no! Eric Young getting picked back up again. Macklin goes for him. No, Eric Young counters now. Eric Young. German suplexed. Macklin's got him down. Steve Macklin has got Eric Young down now, and Steve Macklin. Knee to the head of Eric Young. And again. And again. Macklin's got Eric Young down now, and Steve Macklin choking him out. Eric Young is down. Macklin's got him. Macklin getting Young back up to his feet here. Steve Macklin goes for the kick. Eric Young taking him down now, and Eric Young getting him back up to his feet here. Eric Young turns him around, lifts him up, pops him up. Macklin didn't counter that one. And now Eric Young grabs Steve Macklin, pulls him in, lifts him up, and pile driver again. Connects. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Eric Young with the victory. Just like that, Eric Young with the win. Young picks up the momentum, heading into the upcoming Bound for Glory matchup. Could Eric Young be the NWA World Champion this time next week? So what, you're just going to carry around all 3 belts even though they're retired now? The way I see it is that there's no other trio that could handle the Cardona family. So yeah, I've earned all 3 titles, which means I now have, count it, 6 championships to carry around. Really? That's right, the Ring of Honor television title, the New Japan World television title, all 3 of the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team titles, and of course, the Internet Championship. I'm catching up to Ultimo Dragon every day. Sure. But let's talk business. I think I want something a little more than what I got by helping you win those titles. So let's talk. Well, we got some tag team action coming up in the Knockouts division. Up next, Savannah Evans and Giselle Shaw have already made their way to the ring. Their opponents tonight: MK Ultra. Masha Slamovich and Killer Kelly. One of the earliest sets of Knockouts tag team champions we had in LS11 Universe. And now on Saturday night at Bound for Glory, they get a chance to win that back from Deonna Purrazzo and Steb Delander. It is Killer Kelly and Giselle Shaw starting us out. Here we go. Killer Kelly with a knee strike out of the gate. Kelly getting her back up to her feet, chopping away at her now, knocking her back here. Giselle Shaw, drop kick, knocks her down. Pulls her in, into a DDT. And now there's a right hook connects. Killer Kelly pulls her in, gets pulled in. DDT from Giselle Shaw. Giselle Shaw taking her down now, goes for a kick. Kelly rolls out of the way. Big knee strike connects again, taking her down. Grabs a hold of her, getting her back up to her feet here. Killer Kelly throwing Giselle Shaw across the ring. Into the corner, tag is made. And now Kelly and Masha off the ropes, double back, body drop connects. Masha Slamovich with an elbow drop. And now Giselle Shaw with a chop, or with a jumping double axe handle there. Knocking her back here. Masha back to her feet. Savannah Evans is in. Savannah Evans, one of the more powerful women we've got here in Impact. Chops away at her, pulls her in, lifts her up, and massive Uranagi. Taking her down. Grabs a hold of her, though. There's a counter by Masha Slamovich now. Masha grabs a hold of her, throwing Savannah Evans off the ropes, over the top, out to the floor. Falls her to the outside now. There's a jab now, firing away is Masha Slamovich. Grabs onto Savannah Evans and throws her to the ring post. Referee at the count of 2. 3 count, and into the rings, or into the announce table goes Savannah Evans. Masha getting her back up to her feet now, jabbing away at her here, firing away. Knocking her back here. Savannah Evans grabs a hold of her now, throws her back into the ring. Killer Kelly now is caught. Savannah Evans picks her up and drops her with a knee in the back. 7 count. 8 count, and Masha tries to turn about fair play on that one. Instead, decides she's just going to go at it 2-on-1. Oh, Giselle with a knee shot. And a clothesline from Savannah knocks her over the top rope. Now Giselle Shaw and Savannah Evans. No, countered. Masha knocking her back here. Masha Slamovich pops off the apron. Running around ringside now. Now she's taking out Giselle Shaw. The quintessential diva goes down. Masha back into the ring now, and Masha Slamovich. Here we go. Sidestep. Masha. Roundhouse kick. Connects to Savannah Evans. Pulls her in, gets her up. Masha. For a right hook. Countered, knocked back. Counter for counter here. Masha Slamovich pulls her in. Up on the shoulders. And spikes her on her head. Down goes Savannah Evans. 1, 2. No! Last second save from Giselle Shaw. Killer Kelly was ready to help on that one too. Masha Slamovich now, what is she thinking here? Tag is made to Killer Kelly. Tag is made to Giselle Shaw. Double tag. Here we go. Giselle Shaw. Head scissor takedown. And now Giselle Shaw grabs a hold of her. Throws her off the ropes. Ducks her. Grabs her on a hip toss. Knocks her down. Into a cover now. She's got her down. Cover on Killer Kelly, who kicks out immediately. Kelly getting back up to her feet now. And Killer Kelly sidestepping. Firing away now. Killer Kelly. Knee strikes connecting. Runs in. Oh, what a clothesline there. Grabs a hold of her, getting her back up to her feet now. And Killer Kelly, super kick to Giselle Shaw. Rolls her over into a cover now. And Killer Kelly for the 1, 2. No, Shaw stays in it. Now Giselle Shaw's down. Killer Kelly getting her back up to her feet. Kicks her in the ribs. Pulls her in. Lifts her up. Drops her on her head. And Masha Slamovich wipes out Savannah Evans. And MK Ultra pick up the win. Just like that, Masha Slamovich, Killer Kelly, MK Ultra pick up the win. Our main event is just moments away. A big 6-man tag match. The Bad Influence and Keith Lee against Kenta and ABC. But first, Father James Mitchell walked us through the rules of the Monsters Ball. The Monsters Ball is a dance that not many in Impact have survived. You dare to face the fate that lies within. In 24 hours, the Monster Abyss and the new evil, Rowan, find themselves locked in darkness with no means of survival. For 24 hours, they will be alone with their demons before being unleashed upon the world. There are no rules unless you keep your opponent down and they do not recover. The match continues until we have a winner. Buckle up. We're in for a ride. It's main event time, ladies and gentlemen. The final Impact main event before the TNA takeover. And it is a 6-man tag team match featuring the Impact Tag Team Champions, the Bullet Club, and the favorite to win the Call Your Shot Gauntlet, Kenta. ABC and Kenta comprise the Bullet Club. So Bullet Club make their way down to the ring. Big matchup coming up here tonight for them, Bullet Club. We saw these three have a successful tag team outing not long ago. And first, the Bad Influence, Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian making their way down to the ring. So Daniels and Kaz make their way to the ring, and they've got a hell of a partner tonight. Before they challenge for the gold in just 48 hours. Because they've got Keith Lee on their side. The Limitless One is here. Keith Lee. Bask in the glory of this physical specimen. Keith Lee on his way to the ring. Keith Lee, another favorite for the Call Your Shot Gauntlet this Saturday. Remember, the winner of Call Your Shot gets a shot at any championship of their choice at any time, any place, similar to a Money in the Bank briefcase. Last year, we saw Sami Callihan, the Death Machine, win the Call Your Shot Gauntlet. He would go on and challenge Samoa Joe in the most brutal and bloody match in LS11 history at No Surrender Season 4. 2 years ago, the first Bound for Glory, Jeff Hardy, won the Call Your Shot Gauntlet and would go on to challenge Moose that same night for the world title in the main event of the show and win it. But now Christopher Daniels and Ace Austin are starting us out. Here we go. A little bit of an early preview of Saturday with this team. With these two teams facing off, Ace Austin rolls him through, kips up into a kick in the head, taking down the Fallen Angel. Daniels knocking him back now. Christopher Daniels take down to Ace Austin. Daniels has got him down now, and Christopher Daniels kicks him in the ribs, taking him down. Daniels grabs a hold of him, getting him back up to his feet now. Christopher Daniels firing away now on Ace Austin, knocking him back here, kicking away at him, knocks him into the corner. Tag is made to Frankie Kazarian. Now Daniels and Kazarian, here we go. Double axe handle. Forearm strike connects now. Ace Austin and Frankie Kazarian circling one another. Ace Austin grabs him, pulls him in, kicks him in the face. And down he goes. Ace with a tag to Kenta now. Kenta entering the mix. And folks, remember, after this, we're going to have the contract signing between Joe Hendry and Samoa Joe for the TNA World title this Saturday. As now Kenta, knee into the face of Frankie Kazarian. What the hell was that? Kazarian is down now. Kenta, oh, hang on a minute. Kenta taking a cheap shot on Daniels. Big kick there from Kaz. And that's what started this whole thing, was Kenta taking out Christopher Daniels after their matchup last week. Kaz would come down and they would reform the Bad Influence. And now Frankie Kazarian, here we go. Clothesline to Kenta, takes him over the top rope. Kazarian. No, Daniels taking down Kenta on the outside. Kenta, hang on. Kaz. Oh no! Crashed and burned. Now Kenta with a cheap shot to Keith Lee. Kazarian sidesteps, big kick there, knocks him back now, and Kazarian tag is made. Here we go. Keith Lee shoves back, Kenta runs into him. Keith Lee. Hurricane Rana, a guy that big should not be able to move like that. And now Kenta. Chris Bay wants the tag. Kenta is trying to get up. Chris Bay. Oh, what a kick there from Keith Lee. Goes for a double chop. Kenta rolls the big man through. Keith Lee's down. One, no. Kenta getting back to his feet now, and Kenta firing away at Keith Lee. Headbutt, double overhand, comes off the ropes. Keith Lee, shoulder block attempt. Shoves him back now, and Keith Lee with Kenta up on his shoulder. Keith Lee, Big Bang Catastrophe, takes down Kenta. Getting him back up to his feet now. Keith Lee grabs Kenta, throws him across the ring into the corner, and Keith Lee. Ace Austin tags himself in. Keith Lee. Ace strike to Ace Austin. Now Keith Lee throws him into Kenta. Now Keith Lee. He's got Ace Austin out of the ring. He chops Kenta, taking him down. Kenta's down. Keith Lee coming off the ropes. Cannonball to Kenta. Ace Austin takes down Keith Lee, who kips right back up. Ace Austin got the worst of it, and Keith Lee picks him up, palms him up. Spirit Bomb to Ace Austin. 1, 2, 3. Keith Lee showed up and cleaned house on that one. The Limitless One picks up the win for himself and the Bad Influence. Keith Lee, Christopher Daniels, and Frankie Kazarian picking up the win, but folks, it's now time. The contract signing. All right, here we go. It's time for the contract signing. Here comes the reigning, defending Impact World Champion. The man who has been world champion now for over 500 days. Samoa Joe. This weekend, we do this all one more time. This weekend, I defend the Impact World title against the man you all say is your last hope, and I've been saying is just another victim. This weekend, I defend the Impact World title against a pathetic man who comes out here and sings and dances because we all know he can't hold a candle to a guy like me in the ring. So I'll indulge him just one last time before I end his career. Say his name.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
There he is, folks, the #1 contender to the Impact World title, the man who will challenge Samoa Joe. Joe, you say I can't hold a candle to you in the ring. You say that I can't wrestle to save my life. Well, while you've been laying back with your feet kicked up, breaking the record by, wrestling 3 singles matches in the last 6 months? I went through 6 of the best in the world to win the World Cup. While you've been reigning on top of things as the Impact World Champion, I was doing just as well as Digital Media Champion until you had your buddy Jeff Jarrett hit me in the head with a guitar. So Joe, I don't think you doubt me. In fact, I think you're a man who's making excuses right now. And I think you're making those excuses because you know that there's not going to be any excuses left when I put you down. There's not going to be excuses left when I break your streak. You know good and well that these people believe. And when they say they believe, they don't just believe in 252 pounds of pure motivation. They don't just believe in the answer to all of life's problems. They believe they're about to watch your history crumble. They're about to watch you get put on your ass by the standing ovation. And they're going to watch your 500-day reign go up in smokes. I know they used to call you the local hero, but damn, you got a real hero complex, don't you, son? That's your one. That's your 1 minute in the sun. Your 1 minute in the spotlight that you get as a claim to fame. Joe Hendry, you've only been wrestling for what? 8 years? Something like that? 9 years, maybe? Well, there ain't gonna be anyone left to save you. No one left to protect you. No one left to hide you and hide all your flaws when I'm done with you. Fuck it, let's do it now. And here we go, Hendry and Joe. Samoa Joe and Joe Hendry. Samoa Joe said, let's do it right now, and Joe Hendry obliged. Samoa Joe getting him back up to his feet, and Samoa Joe. Oh, Joe Hendry turns him around now, and Hendry. Oh, he was thinking standing ovation. Samoa Joe. And Samoa Joe, oh no. Through the contract signing table, and Samoa Joe takes down Hendry in the corner. Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe to Joe Hendry. Oh no. Just 2 nights before, Bound for Glory. Muscle Buster. And folks, until then, I've been Xander, and that was Universe.